People ask me to come to weddings, kiss their children on the forehead. It's a strange life, okay? There's no...
Do you go?
Yeah.
Have you been to a random weddings?
Yeah.
Just-
You gotta pull up, that's fun.
Do you ask to see what the food menu is before you go?
Absolutely. Is it halal? Is it kosher? These are very important questions. If it is, we're there. But I think like that's the thing. It's the way people engage with you. I feel like there's a whole different type of celebrity around a world-class actor as opposed to a comedian. A comedian is much more of a touch point. You want to have a laugh with them. You want to, hey, can you meet my friend, my girlfriend? Whereas with an actor, it's still there's that like strange old school prestige, mystery. Yeah, who is that person? And so, you know, within the context of the show, the characters that we play, it was actually very easy to roll in and catch the synergy that we caught in the show together. Yeah.
Hi, thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, Riz, this is the project that you've been working on for a decade, right? I know that when you came into, God, was that the TIFF studio? You were talking about how long your passion projects. Is this?
These things take a long time, don't they? It's crazy. What are we doing? Yeah, so I mean, I first kind of started scribbling little notes and stories and anecdotes down into a little pad, yeah, about 10 years ago for this project. But it only really fully started coming together, you know, over the last several years. You know, I started working with my producing partner, Ali Moore, and then putting it to Amazon, and then Ben Carlin came in as a showrunner, and you know, it takes a village. So we got there in the end.
Were you, when you were scribbling down your notes and ideas, was that because you were experiencing things in the business and you were writing?
It was. I was experiencing things in life, and because my life, part of it takes place in the business, there's elements of that in the show. But I think the thing I was experiencing is something that most people can relate to, and that is the distance between your public and private self. You know, someone once told me that distance is how much shame you carry.
Whoa.
It's a deep quote, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's like how vulnerable you're willing to be to drop the mask and show people who you are when no one's watching. And of course, as performers, here we are, you know, pretending to be, I mean, none of these are my clothes, for example. These are his clothes. So he doesn't even have that excuse as to why he's dressed like this.
Incredible dress.
But, bizarre. And so there's a kind of like, there's this distance between who we are in public and who we are in private that I kind of can speak to my experience, but we all have that with our online lives. We all have that in terms of the person we wish we were or how we want to be seen versus the actual mess that we are. That's how life can feel sometimes. So it was really about that, and that's what the show's about.
If you guys could measure the gap, the chasm between your private and public selves over the years, is it getting bigger, smaller?
I'd say it's this much.
Yeah.
This is the distance. This is who I am in public. This is who I am in private. He's like the voice inside my head I want no one to hear.
Exactly. You see, it's an interesting thing. Like in the guise of being a stand-up comedian, which is what I do, we can kind of be authentically very much more so ourselves. And I think in terms of when you look at Riz and his character, they share a lot in common in terms of his journey of, as he's mentioned, the code switching, the change of cultures, like wanting to progress in this career that he's chosen. For myself, like we're judged on authenticity. When you walk out on stage in front of thousands of people, they want to know that they're there with you, Guz Khan, in the moment. So it actually reflects really well in my character in the show. And I think it's really interesting because we're playing versions of ourselves in this show. And I think that's what makes it authentic. This wasn't just a role that you come to and play. You're being asked to bring yourself to the role as well.
Yeah,
That's
I think
really
so.
Interesting.
Was it always Bond insofar as your character, like the audition? Did you always know it was going to be for Bond, or were you kind of kicking around different franchises or roles?
The audition thing kind of came later. It was, in a way, the Bond thing isn't as important as the audition. You know, really, it's like the most relatable part of this show and the heart of the show is about how life can sometimes feel like one big audition, right? You're always trying to prove yourself to people you do know and people you don't. You're always trying to be the person you think you should be, the person that you think people want you to be. That's kind of the heart of it. The Bond symbol it was a kind of symbol, really. The Bond role is like a symbol of everything that he wants to be. It's this alpha male, decisive, desirable, the peak of cinematic achievement and all of that kind of stuff. But in a way, more important than that role is the process of auditioning itself and how we all feel like we're doing it the whole time.
It is sort of funny. It feels like we've been discussing like who the next Bond is going to be as long as I've been alive. Like I don't remember a time
Really?
where it wasn't. It's just become. It's just lasting forever. This kind of, and people maybe get more mileage out of the rumors than they do about like when someone actually gets.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Who would your top 3 Bonds be? You don't have to include him. Don't worry about it.
Oh, of upcoming. I was going to ask you guys who your favorite existing Bonds were. I kind of feel like we should maybe call it. And we've done Bond and we're good there, but
Oh.
You killed Bond.
You just killed him. You're a
brave choice,
supervillain
man.
I know
out
he
here.
gets to retire
Wow.
and rest.
So you're more, you're villainous answer there.
I suppose so.
You just killed him.
Have you been asked a million times who you think the next Bond should be? No.
Massively. I mean,
Yeah.
it's because I think they know that the answer is that I want it to be me and Guz as a double act. I think that's one thing we haven't tried.
Who would do what? Like, how are you splitting the
I'd
tasks?
drive all of the fast cars, hang around with all the incredibly beautiful women.
Yeah.
And then you can go and risk your life, mate. Crack on. You crack on.
I
That's
think
how we
he'd be
split
doing
the
the manual
how we
labor.
split the chore.
Let's face it,
Split
he'd
the
be doing
chores.
the heavy lifting. I'll be doing the suave kind of cool thing.
But you know what's interesting? Idris.
He's not going undercover in those shoes, is he? Let's face it. He's not gonna blend in. This guy doesn't blend. He's a distraction. You need someone
Very
who's a
important
decoy.
in the world of espionage. But no, like Idris Elba's name has been thrown into it so many times. And if you ask me personally, I think Idris Elba's too cool for the role. I think he's an incredible performer. He's Idris in his own right. So why like you said, why do you need Bond to be attached to a name like his? He has his own merit. He's brilliant in his own way, you know? So yeah. I mean, you killed Bond, not me. That was you.
What's the craziest stunt you've done? Like, do you have?
Crazy stunts.
Yeah. Do you
In
have that
life?
in your resume? Yeah.
The craziest stunt I've done. Guys, have you got anything up your sleeve?
I got an incredible one. I was asked to recreate a stunt from Home Alone. And it's where he walks through a door and there's a blowtorch that burns the top. Do you remember that?
The Joe Pesci moment.
Yeah, the Joe Pesci moment.
Wow.
So me and an incredible comedian called James Acaster were recreating this moment. Everyone's excited, like, yeah, this is like 1400 degrees Fahrenheit blowtorch because it's really safe. And I'm like, you sure it's safe? They said, it's really safe. Did the stunt once, was safe. Did the stunt again, kind of safe. Director said, can we do it for a third time? And I said, probably not. It doesn't really feel safe anymore. Did it, lost half of my eyebrow and eyelashes. So that's kind of the most scary stunt that I've ever done.
Well, they grew back.
Is that painted on?
This eyebrow, yeah.
Which one was it?
Yeah, I went to Turkey, got a transplant.
Amazing work they
Eyebrow
could do these days
transplant,
over
mate.
there.
What did you buy yourselves with your first like paycheck business? Like the first job, I'm gonna treat myself. What'd you get?
It wasn't for me. I bought a bright orange Recaro car seat for Sophia Khan, who's my first baby. So my daughter, she didn't even need it. She didn't really fit in it, but I thought it looked really cool. So
You bought a racing car baby seat.
that's right. That's right.
Bad man.
I still have it. I do. Yeah.
Wow. I still haven't spent that money. I'm a saver, bit of a nerd. I don't spend money.
Shrewd.
I
He's
don't
a shrewd boy.
Yep,
He's
I
a shrewd
just-
boy.
collect the pennies.
You're gonna get the last laugh though when we all
Thank you.
go broke. What what is a note you never want to hear again, like on set?
As on set. You know what's something I find annoying? Sometimes when people come up to you and go, you know how you did that scene in that other film you did? It's like, what are you doing? I'm not thinking about that right now. I mean, I barely watched the thing that I did anyway in the first place. And it just very much like takes you out of the thing. Another thing I've had a lot is stop blinking.
Yeah, you blink a lot.
Yeah.
You get blinking.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Now I'm holding it.
Yeah, now, yeah.
Now, if I hold it for this long and I carry on have this conversation, here we are, we're just talking. Does it feel weird that I haven't blinked?
Yeah.
That I haven't blunk? It feels weird, right?
Feels weird.
And my eyes are completely misted over. So what I'd do with this director, I'd carry on talking like this right now. I can't see you anymore. You're just like mush and colors. And I'd do the whole thing like this. Everything, is that? Yeah, okay. So it's very, but I got that note. And I
Shit.
weirdly took it.
You've been listening to directors too much. My worst note, by far, and it's on almost every project that I do. Is
Shut up.
Yeah, is someone, shut up. Or someone taps me on the shoulder and says, excuse me, can you do the words on the page this time, please? Hate that note. Hate that note. Hate that.
I welcome
Excuse me,
it.
can you do these words in sequence, Guz?
No, I can't. No, I can't. I said it how I said it. Good night. Cut. I've been sacked from a lot of jobs.
Question: do you have any ins or outs?
I think out with just social media. It's too much now. I think we've all played that video game. It doesn't end.
I'll just one up it, mate. I'll say just out with the internet. Do you really need it? People used to, right? Well, listen, I'm sorry because it is your career, but do
But
we
maybe
really
it would be
need it?
special if no one sees this.
Yeah.
And it's just for
Just
us.
us in the moment.
behind
That's what we lost.
This. Huh, guys? Wouldn't that be special?
Probably not special, but you know
Can
what I
we
mean?
delete
Like,
these tapes. Delete these tapes. This was just for us tonight.